and with alioli and paprika. So this is a must
I'm
try.
already thinking of when's the next visit to Bocado.
If people
Welcome to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong, and today we're with Chef Ignasi Prats from Bocado Restaurant. Very interesting Spanish restaurant that opened about close to a year ago.
not yet, yeah.
Less than a year ago. And let's see what Chef Ignasi has to tell us about this amazing restaurant somewhere in Damansara Heights.
All right.
Yes. Hi, Chef.
Hi.
Hi.
Right.
Welcome to HAPA TV.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for making time to
My
come
pleasure.
here. Yes. So, so tell us about Bocado Restaurant. It's a Spanish restaurant.
Correct. It's a Spanish restaurant focused in tapas and steakhouse, but we have several influence of Mediterranean cuisine, so we are more open.
Right.
Okay. It's worth to mention also that we are halal, so there's pork free as well.
Okay.
So
right. So so it's a pork-free restaurant. Yeah.
Correct.
So you still have your wines and
Yes,
and everything.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And when was Bocado open? Somewhere in last year, isn't it?
last year it
Right.
was late April, 25th of April. We start with the soft opening, and then here we are.
And how has it been?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah.
So you were lucky not to have caught up in the COVID period, yeah?
Well, actually, I arrived in town the first day that they opened the airport.
Oh, really?
So 1st of April.
So you just,
Yes.
right, okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
when you start putting the team
Correct.
together and all
Correct,
this. Okay.
correct.
So tell us more about the menu. What are the offerings at Bocado? What do you specialize in? And
Okay.
what do you specialize
Yes,
in?
okay. I'm specialized, of course, in the Spanish cuisine. Okay. But I've been all my chefs before. I have some with French influence, so little bit of variety. But Bocado is mainly focused in tapas. Okay. Because we believe it's a good concept for the Asian market because it's about the small bites and sharing. This match very well with the Asian market in general. So
Yeah, because Asians just love sharing, don't we?
yeah,
We just love
it's
to
a good
order
concept.
like a couple of dishes and everyone gets to try it.
Socialize. Yeah.
Yes,
So
correct.
we think it's a good concept that match with the market. And let's say we focus on a good quality of ingredient. Okay, we don't do very fine. It's not a fine dining, but we focus on the quality of the source of the ingredients.
Right.
So we use mostly many ingredients are imported, mainly from Spain. So we try to keep more authentic as possible. Okay, and so far. What else?
Good. But what about the steaks? I mean, I know that you've got good steaks. I know you have good seafood as well.
Correct.
Right?
So about the steaks, we have some special Spanish steaks. Okay, and then we have more variety about Wagyus from Australia, and basically this. And then we also have some lamb, which is very popular, one of our signatures. This is Spanish lamb shoulder. So yes, the meats and steaks is everything.
Really good, right? Yeah. So I've
everything
love it. You know, I've been to Bocado a couple of months back. I really love the ambience itself. I mean, as you can see, you know, and the photo there, it's beautiful staircase going upstairs. They have private rooms. I think, how many private rooms do you have?
Two.
Two private rooms, right?
Yes.
Quite
Two
big
private
sitting.
rooms, one private table. Okay, not in a private room, and then it can be converted into one bigger room.
Right,
yes.
right. Very, yeah. So those who want their own privacy can be
Yes.
upstairs, and downstairs is an open concept. Love the big kitchen at the back where you can watch the chefs cook and, you know, mingle with them and have a chit chat. But yeah, really, I think I've tried the meats. You have really good steak. Also, of course, the seafood, also very fresh. And the tapas, like what Chef has said, you know, the sharing. of all the different tapas menus,
Yeah.
and your cocktails.
We have tomahawks as well,
Yes.
which these days are very
Okay.
popular.
All right. That's one thing that you
Yeah.
need to have. Yeah. So, but before that, I really would also like to congratulate Bocado Restaurant and of course Chef Ignasi and your team, because Bocado Restaurant has been nominated as one of the nominee for Malaysia's best restaurants in the HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022.
Thank you very much. Our pleasure.
For a new restaurant, I really find it to be, it's kind of like a destination restaurant for people who lives, well, I wouldn't say just in Damansara Heights or Bangsa, but even beyond that span. But if you like Spanish food, you like steaks, and you like tapas, for example, it is certainly a place that you have to visit at least once, if not more. Yeah.
It's worth to mention also the restaurant has its own vibe. It's not the typical in a shopping mall or places like this, so it's more private. So it has its own vibe.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's situated at the Damansara Heights residential area.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Correct.
And parking is convenient. You can park.
We have parking downstairs.
Yeah?
Yes. So there is a parking in the same building.
Okay.
So
So easy access, convenient, and all,
Yeah.
and open for lunch and dinner.
Correct.
Right.
So we are doing all day dining. So open 12 o'clock until 10 p.m.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about guest experience. What kind of dining experience is Bocado looking at offering for 2023? How different is it? I mean, look, every restaurant is a good restaurant. To me, every chef is amazing. Everybody has their own way of, creation, innovation, and creating special dishes and whatnot. But what makes Bocado special? What makes Bocado as a place that people must visit? What kind of experience are you offering for this year?
Okay, so like I said before, our intention, first of all, is keep improving the menu, okay, and playing with the seasonal products as well. So we will be updating the menu depending on the seasonal, because we like to use fresh products, so then we depend somehow on the seasons. So for the next year, we will be putting new dishes in. Okay, that's the first. And the second is that we will try to keep authentic as possible.
Okay.
In this,
so retain the authenticity of Spanish food.
Correct. Retain these signature dishes that people now coming back from Bocado for special these signature dishes.
Right.
And then playing around, adding other new dishes depending on the season.
Right.
Especially fruits or vegetables. So we will play around.
Right.
I'm still somehow fairly new in Malaysia, so I still have a little bit more to play with all the local products.
Lots of opportunities for you, right,
Yes,
to experiment and all this. That's fantastic. What are the few signature dishes and key dishes, chef, that one must try when they come to Bocado,
So,
without fail?
Yes. So without fail, at this moment we have the mushroom truffle croquettes.
Okay.
Everyone favorite. You have the gambas al ajillo.
Yes.
The sizzling
Gambas
prawns.
is my favorite.
Sizzling
Spanish.
prawns
Must have gambas.
Yes,
Okay.
one of
What
the
else?
favorites. Then we have the octopus. We do the octopus. We use as well octopus from Spain. It's from Galicia.
Yes.
It's the northern east part, which the water is very cold from Atlantic. There's rocks. So in Spain, for us, it used to be the best quality of octopus. So we imported this octopus. And then we do Galician style that they slice. Some people, they prefer the whole leg.
Yes.
But in this case, also easy for share. We slice. We put on the top of potato foam, okay, with the chiffon, and then with alioli and paprika. So this is a must try.
I'm already thinking of when's the next visit to Bocado.
If people likes octopus, the pulpo is a must.
That is a must.
Yes,
Okay.
that is a
So
must.
what else? What about the meats and the seafood side? A tomahawk is a must.
Tomahawk is a must. The thing of the tomahawk is that you need to be a few to share, right?
Yes,
You
'cause
two
quite heavy.
people
Two people
cannot
is too much.
cannot handle.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, because we are a steak house. We do the meats by grammage, so we have the blocks, so we cut any sizes.
Yeah.
So if it's 3 people, we can do 400, 500 grams. So it totally depends on the people request.
Right.
Okay, so we can play around with this as well.
Okay. And seafood side?
Then we have the paellas.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's a must, right? You
that's
can't
yes, a
go to a
Spanish.
Spanish
Yes,
restaurant without taking
yes,
the
you
paella.
cannot. You
Okay.
cannot. So
Is that how many dishes and how many choices of the paella do you have?
at the moment we have five types. So we have
Okay.
the vegetarian, we have the chicken,
Mm.
then we have the traditional seafood that we do with hotate scallops, Japanese scallops to give extra punch. Then we have the arroz negro, the black ink paella. These days is one of the most popular.
Okay.
Yes, we just add on the menu around 3 months ago, and it's becoming one of our signatures.
Right.
And instead of the seafood, we use the same octopus that I told you before for the tapa, and we do with alioli because the black ink paella, it has to be with alioli.
Okay.
Because the black ink is quite sweet, then you have the seafood flavor from the stock, then we put the aioli, and the combination is a killer. Yes.
So is that out of the 5, if I have to choose one, which one would that be?
I forget one. There's
One
one
more.
There's one more. No, the fifth is the fideuà.
Huh?
This one is personally is from the region of Barcelona. It's more popular, and we instead of use rice, the bomba rice, we use the short noodles. It's like a noodle.
Oh, right. Okay.
This as well we include around 3 months ago in the menu, and now it's becoming very popular because some people, many of our clients, they've been in Spain already.
Okay.
And they looking for some things that they try there, they cannot find here in town.
Right.
And many people love it, so we keep on the menu, and it's like crunchy, the noodle as well.
So crunchy texture?
Yeah, it's kind of a crunchy because we deep fry the pasta first, then we stew with the seafood, same process than the paella. And then when we put it on the oven, all the top, it became crispy, kind of
And what's the
crispy.
taste like?
Seafood,
Seafood
totally
taste,
seafood, because either the paellas or the fideuà, we cook in the paella. We don't use water, we use the seafood stock.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So then either you go for the traditional one or you go for the 2 latest.
Yes, I mean that's the most popular, I would say, still the seafood.
Okay.
But now it's matching up with the arroz negro, the black ink paella.
Okay.
So these two, I would say, are the most popular.
Well, you heard, Chef, right?
Yeah.
You got to go and do the pig. I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
You know,
Sometimes-
I would be struggling and say, okay, which one do I go for? Especially when you go with just 2-person dining. But listening to all the dishes you've mentioned, I think you might have to go back a couple more times. Yeah. Now, of course, final is the dessert. What are your specials and what must people try?
Okay, dessert. At the moment, the best seller is the churros.
Churros is a must.
Is a must. I mean, churros are very popular here in Malaysia. I was even shocked, because churros for a Spanish people is more kind of our breakfast, right? So I was even shocked how people here like churros.
Take on to it.
Yes.
Right.
The churros are good because we do with 3 different dipping sauce. So we have the traditional chocolate dipping, we have the pistachio creme anglaise, and then we have blueberry jam. So yeah.
So there are 3 different flavors.
Yes, it's also good for sharing.
Okay.
The same concept because our restaurant mostly tapas for sharing, many mains are for sharing as well. So it matches because the churros can share as well. So these at the moment our killer, our best seller.
Right.
And then personally, because I like something more fruity, more digestive, we have the passion fruit tart.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, so it's
I didn't try that one.
Okay, so it's a kind of lemon tart with some fresh fruits, but we do with passion fruit. It's more kind of digestive.
Yeah.
And we accompany with a mango sorbet, so it's more for clear if you had a
Final,
heavy.
yeah. So you get that, you know, lemony,
Yeah.
tangerine taste,
Yeah.
and finish off with a nice cup of coffee, of course, you
Correct.
know, or a glass of wine for those of you who are.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really for those, you know, like what chef you're saying, you know, the tradition, the culture of the Asian culture, you know, of wanting and always loving to have sharing and have, you know, a bigger family, bigger group of people that can eat and taste more food. I think that kind of concept sits very well.
And to be honest,
Yeah.
out of my experience, because before I work in Bali, in Beijing, and Macau, that's what I think that over the last, let's say, 10, 8 years, the Spanish cuisine is picking up. I think it's because these concepts match very well in whole Asia.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the points that why Spanish cuisine now is getting more popular. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Chef, for sharing.
My
You
pleasure.
know, really great to hear. And this is why we do these kind of interviews, not just with general managers or hotel owners or restaurant owners, but with chefs, because it's so nice to hear how you're describing the dishes. And my mind is already imagining, you know, the dishes and wanting to try. But thank you so much
My pleasure.
for sharing. And thank you for bringing
Gracias.
Spanish cuisine over here to Malaysia.
Gracias.
Yeah, you know, and Chef is from Barcelona, and obviously, you know, right place to be here, you know, for your type of cuisine.
Yes.
You know, really nice. And I do look forward to visiting Bocado again one more time, many more times, but
You're
one more
welcome.
time to try out all the new dishes that Chef has mentioned. And I suggest you do the same. Yeah. So thank you once again.
Thank you very
and
much.
Chef, looking forward to seeing you at the HAPA Awards Gala dinner.
Oh, looking forward as well.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
All
much.
the best. And thank you for watching. That was Chef from Bocado Restaurant, just right where the Damansara Heights residential area is. Do pay them a visit, because if you love Spanish food, you love sharing, and of course the tomahawk and the seafood and the paella, well, that's the place. See you at the next few episodes.